What we have here is a reaction that involves iodine, manganese, oxygen, and hydrogen. And what we want to do in this video is think about which of the elements are being oxidized in this reaction and which of the elements are being reduced in this reaction. And pause this video and see if you can figure that out before we work through it together. All right, now let's work through it together. And the way that I will tackle it, and you might have tackled it or I suggest you tackle it, is to figure out the oxidation numbers for each of the elements as we go into the reaction, as they are entering the action and as they are exiting the reaction, or I guess you could say on either side of the reaction. So first, let's look at this iodine right over here. Well, each iodine has a -1 charge. And so it's called hypothetical charge, which isn't so hypothetical in this case, which would be its oxidation number is -1. Now let's move over to this permanganate ion right over here. Now this one's a little bit more involved to figure out the oxidation numbers. But what we generally remember is that oxygen is quite electronegative. It is likely to hog 2 electrons. And when we think about hypothetical charge with oxidation numbers, oxygen is going to have 8 -2 oxidation number because it likes to hog those 2 extra electrons. And so if each of these 4 oxygens has a hypothetical charge of -2, that would be -8 total, and we see that this entire ion has a -1 charge. So that means that the manganese has to have a hypothetical charge, an oxidation number of +7. So I just want to review that one again because this is a little bit involved. We said oxygen, we're going to go with the -2 because it likes to hog 2 electrons. We have 4 of them. So if you add all that together, you're at -8, and the whole ion has a -1. So what plus a -8 is going to be -1? Well, +7. And so that's manganese oxidation number as we enter into the reaction on this side of the reaction. And then let's look at the water. Well, water, both the hydrogen and oxygen, these are ones you'll see a lot. This oxygen is going to have a -2 oxidation number, and each of those hydrogen atoms are going to have a +1 oxidation number because in that water molecule, we know that the oxygen hogs the electrons. These are covalent bonds. But if we had to assign kind of a hypothetical charge where we said, all right, well, let's just say the oxygen takes those 2 electrons and each of those hydrogens will lose an electron and have a +1 oxidation number. Now let's look at the right hand side of this reaction. What's going on with these iodines here? Well, in this iodine molecule, they aren't gaining or losing electrons. So your oxidation number is 0. Then let's move on to the next compound. Each of these oxygens have an oxidation number of -2. And so what would be manganese's oxidation number? Well, the compound is neutral. 2 oxygens at -2 is going to be -4. So in order to be neutral, the manganese must be at +4, an oxidation number of +4. And then last but not least, if we look at these hydroxide anions, each of the oxygen is going to have a -2 oxidation number. And then the hydrogen is going to have a +1. And we can confirm that that makes sense. -2 + 1 is going to be -1 for each of these ions. So now let's just think about who's been oxidized and who's been reduced. And remember, oxidation is losing electrons. Reduction is gaining electrons, or reduction is a reduction in the oxidation number. So first, let's look at the iodine. We go from an oxidation number of -1 to 0. So to go from an oxidation number of -1 to 0, you need to lose electrons. So it has been oxidized. Oxidized, let me write that down. The iodine has been oxidized. Now let's look at the manganese. We go from a +7 to a +4. Our oxidation number has gone down, it has been reduced. Now let's look at the oxygen. Well, everywhere the oxygen has an oxidation number of -2, so nothing there. And then same thing for the hydrogens. +1 on both sides, so nothing there. So the iodine has been oxidized and the manganese has been reduced.